Hello everyone, Cap here, and welcome back to some more Mechabellum. In this video I will do something a little bit different, because I will cast one of my own games. Hey, it has been a while, so I think it is about time. Also, in this particular match I want to show you kind of my base setup for the first couple of rounds that I like to do quite often, and it's very strong. I noticed in Wednesday's tournament that Jota, the tournament winner, was playing something very similar the first couple of rounds, like what I'm playing in this match as well. So yeah, let me show you. I'm starting as Heavy Armor Specialist with Fangs and Phoenixes. My opponent is Speed Specialist with Fangs and Sledgehammers. So Fangs and Phoenixes are a very good start for the base setup, kind of, that I would like to show you here. I'm putting the Fangs there, left and right. They are there to potentially distract Stormcallers in the future. So the Stormcallers might shoot to the outside there, to the little bit forward Fangs. And that way I might be able to deny a little bit of value. And I'm adding Arclights here. Arclights also part of the base, kind of. So some chaff clear. And the Phoenixes go somewhat behind the Arclights. Because with the Arclights taking down the chaff, then the Phoenixes can focus on the good targets. In this case, probably Sledgehammers. And yeah. Let's go. Let's see how this is going. My opponent added some marksmen, so will be able to take down, or could be able to take down, my Phoenixes. Fangs, by the way, in particular good with Phoenixes. You can layer or stagger the arrival of the Fangs so nicely because of the slow movement speed and everything, that you can have Fangs in front of the Phoenixes for a long time, or most of the battle basically. And I'm adding now, this is also kind of standard, round 2 skip and then 450 credits, so unlock and buy 2 Stormcallers. And I'm putting these Stormcallers outside of the towers, so they do not both get too easily distracted by a mobile beacon crawler in the middle by the opponent. And also in this case, obviously, Stormcallers, quite good. Fangs and Sledgehammers, also some vertical Sledgehammers now. And I think my opponent picked up extended Sledgehammer range, which gives them less HP. So Stormcallers are even better now against these Sledgehammers, kind of. Sledgehammers also longer attack range, so can potentially attack my Stormcallers more easily, but it's okay. I think Stormcallers are still very good here. They just need enough time though. And with the extended range and more Sledgehammers, the chaff clear now though by my opponent is too good at this point, and is actually able to take me down here this round. I think I'm considering charged ammo for a moment here. Possibly for some Mustangs, but it's so early. I'm not sure if that's really necessary. Intelligent Arclight could also be decent. So I'm using these Arclights mainly to chaff clear, and yeah, level 1 Arclights good enough to deal with all kinds of chaff. And yeah, now that I saw my opponent picked extended Sledgehammer range, so these Sledgehammers have less HP, I'm deciding to just go for more Stormcallers here. Kind of forcing a response This is also part of my game plan in this particular game. So adding even more Stormcallers, so up to 5, I do not do every time. Not with this base setup that I'm trying to show you. So this is kind of already tailored a little bit to what my opponent is doing. I'm building more Stormcallers because of more sledges with less HP. Plus the sledges do not have field repair, so that would be kind of a counter to Stormcallers, but my opponent doesn't have it. And yeah, with so many Stormcallers now, I'm also wondering if my opponent might go for some missile interception action, but I'm ready for that. I don't mind if my opponent does that, but for now, let's see if the Stormcallers work out. Also good at taking down these marksmen. Aiming for the sledgehammers, but when they move a little bit, all of a sudden the marksman is perfectly in the fire. And is tanking all of those Stormcaller shots. And yeah, Stormcallers, too much right now. Level 1 sledgehammers with less HP, not that good against Stormcallers. That being said though, for one, my opponent is speed specialist, so it's a bit harder to hit the sledgehammers when they move, obviously. But also, 3 sledgehammers now could get level 2. And yeah, I'm picking up the missile device specialist because I would like to one-shot the level 2 tanks that are exposed left and right, so they could get level 2. Also, I'm leveling. Levels are really good here, both on Phoenix as well as on Stormcallers. Also for the sledgehammers. Phoenixes want to be able to one-shot the tanks even at level 2. And yeah, Stormcaller shots also, just taking them down more quickly. And I'm adding some crawlers behind the towers. It's already a bit late, to be honest. Usually I do it earlier, but with the way my start was and everything, it just turns out this way. But the crawlers behind the towers are also basically part of the base setup. And there are some forward crawlers now by my opponent. Potentially mobile beaconing. Yep. So this will distract some of my Stormcallers for a bit here. Actually, my sentry though, putting an end to it. I wanted the sentry to hit the sledgehammers, but by the way, also they are not level 2. The sledgehammers far left and far right did not get leveled. But yeah, right side the sentry did hit, take down the level 1 sledgehammers. And yeah, so many Stormcaller shots, just too much for the sledgehammers here. And actually, this match, I wanted to pressure with Stormcallers and see a certain reaction by my opponent and then react to that. But we will get to that later on. But I did have a game plan for this match, pretty much from the start to the finish. Putting down some bubbles left and right because of the nuke. Also acid, but maybe nuke is more likely. I don't know. It's weird round 5, so I don't fully expect it, but still want to protect against it. And I'm adding some Mustangs, just 2 packs, one left, one right. For one, to help with the flanks, and here it actually is perfect timing because there are some crawlers now coming in on the left, trying to distract my army over there. And also, just to help out with chaff in general, crawlers coming in as well as the fangs. Just cleaning those up, especially singular units. Mustangs really synergize with Stormcallers. Because Mustangs can take out the singular units that are still left after some Stormcaller shots, and then the next Stormcaller volleys go on a next good target, so a bigger pack of units or sledgehammers or whatever. Right side, this time by the way, Sentry finally did hit level 2 sledgehammers, as well as a marksman there. My opponent did pick up sledgehammer production, the item, and put it on an Overlord, which is a bit awkward. I do have some Phoenixes, but awkward engagements. Just got like 1 or 2 shots in before my Phoenixes were taken down. And now I only have like 3 Mustangs and a couple of Fangs or something. And they might not be enough to take down this Overlord. So yeah, Overlord cleaning up. Considering Giant Hunter for a moment, but there's just one Overlord and maybe it was just picked because of the item. I'm not sure if my opponent will go more. Redeployment. Don't really need it. Could do some flank shenanigans or something and then redeploy, but Intensive training is good, but also I don't have the best targets for intensive training. Maybe Mustangs, I guess, but I don't want to lean into the Mustangs. I'm fine with just having these 2 packs of Mustangs without any upgrades. It's fine. So yeah, I did actually skip there. And I'm getting some more Phoenixes, some in the middle now, right opposite of the Overlord. And I'm getting 2 more Arclights. Far left, far right, because that's not covered yet for chaff. Also in the very middle as well, might want to add another Arclight. So this is also part of the base setup. Probably 4 or 5 Arclights spread across, like far left to far right, for chaff clear. And this is pretty much it, by the way. This is pretty much the base setup that I was talking about. So some Fangs, some Crawlers in these positions, kind of. And some Stormcallers, probably like 2 to 4. Then the Arclights left to right. And ideally also at least 2 packs of Phoenixes. Mostly from your starting composition. And yeah, something like this is a very strong base. Because it has chaff, different kinds of chaff that are coming in delayed potentially with the Fangs. Has chaff clear with the Arclights. Also 2 packs of Mustangs ideally as well to clean out the stragglers for the Stormcallers as well. And yeah, just good damage with Stormcallers for some AoE, strong damage against barriers, against giants. And the Phoenixes as well, with some good singular high damage. But yeah, looking good so far. Stormcaller's really doing the job here. And with the chaff taken care of, my Phoenixes could finally also take down that Overlord, which was level 2 by the way. Deployment Specialist. It's a bit late, round 7, but it's still nice. I don't mind it. I'm upgrading my Stormcallers as long as I don't get a response. And I'm just adding more Phoenixes now as well for the Sledgehammers and the Overlords. Plus my opponent might also go for some other giant or something. We will see. Though I'm not sure which giant would make sense here. It might have to be a super giant. Because I have so much damage on the board with the Stormcallers now, especially leveled Stormcallers, that all the ground giants are just going to get wrecked. I'm already addressing the Overlord with my Phoenixes. And yeah, maybe War Factory Missile Interceptor could come out and might have to come out by my opponent. Yeah, for now, just adding some more Phoenixes, spamming them left to right. Make sure I have them everywhere. And wow, there's a War Factory with a Missile Interceptor as well. So yeah, it is going to be very good here against my Stormcallers. Overlord getting mobile beaconed, by the way, to produce more sledgehammers over a longer period of time, I guess. My Phoenix is super good here though, by the way. Taking down a ton of these sledgehammers and everything. But left side, it's too much. With the War Factory and all my leveled Stormcallers just taken out of the game, basically. So, this was basically what I was waiting for, to be honest. I had been waiting for this for a few turns. Or I was ready for it. That's why I started spamming even more Phoenixes left to right, because that's something I wanted to test and I think is really good. And it will come out here in a moment, I'm pretty sure. And that is, I'm picking up EMP on the Phoenixes with range, and I have Phoenixes everywhere, basically. So it is quite likely, especially in combination with my base setup here, because my base setup has decently good chaff clear as well. So it is kind of likely that my Phoenixes will get attacks off on the War Factory. And once they do, War Factory tag is disabled, and then all my Stormcallers can once again burst everything down. Also the War Factory. The War Factory can go down super quickly to multiple leveled Stormcallers. So yeah, let's see if that's going to work out. Plus, my smoke there on the left could also be very good if it lands. Taking down the range of the War Factory in particular with the Missile Intercept. And yeah, I'm just adding more chaff, some delayed fangs here. And these come in late, so they will hopefully also be able to tank for my Phoenixes a little bit later on in the round. And just a couple of more Mustangs to make sure I have enough chaff clear. I really want the Phoenixes to hit the good targets, so that's why I added one more pack of Mustangs there. And my smoke is actually coming down, and there's a second War Factory on the right as well. So let's see, are my Phoenixes going to connect? There's not a ton of chaff, and yeah, right side, War Factory disabled and is getting, getting taken down so quickly by my Stormcallers, and on the left as well, disabled. And look at that, 2 volleys basically, level 2, level 3 Stormcallers just completely burst those War Factories down. Holy damage. And yeah, also of course with the Phoenixes and leveled Phoenixes and everything, it's just too much damage. But yeah, GG's, this was way too much damage in one round. So this worked out perfectly. Base setup with good chaff and chaff clear and everything, and then the Phoenixes of course. And I was ready to press that EMP button for the entire game basically on the Phoenixes. I was waiting for the War Factory to counter all my Stormcallers. But yeah, if you have good chaff clear, then you really just need to press that EMP button and you counter the War Factory, and yeah, that's the game. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe you learned something, maybe not, I don't know. Maybe you want to try it out for yourself. It's fun and it's solid and it's very, very clean in my opinion. Also gives me confidence that Jota played something very, very similar to it multiple times in the last tournament. So yeah, seems good. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.